In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the form setup using Gravity Forms. So I've kind of got a jump start on this one. I've gone ahead and went Forms, New Form, and I've created one that I'm going to use for a generic consultation form. So we'll have a separate form for each of the areas of service for this particular business. So I'll do one generic one and 3 levels of services. So what I've done here is with the new form is given it a name, and I've used the standard fields here to create a name, email, phone, and message or notes paragraph field. So if you can see, I've only made the name and email required. That'll help make it easy for people to opt in who don't want to give their phone or don't have any extra notes. They just want to be called back. So you want to have as few fields here as possible and make sure that you're only requiring the information that you need to get back in touch with them. So that's good. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go through the form settings. And so you can start by clicking form settings, and you can see this is where we've got the title here, we've got a description, and within your site you can decide whether or not to show these above the form or not. And then we've got some other options here, but most of this stuff can be left alone. You'll notice right here that the button text, I'm going to leave it as submit, but sometimes it's nice to customize that, request your consultation, get the offer, whatever it is. So that's important there. And so once you've done that, make sure you update the form settings, although I haven't changed anything there, so I'm not going to. And once you've done that, you want to go into the confirmation. So this is where it shows you how to, or what happens when someone submits the form. So if I go ahead and click this so you can see what it looks like inside, is going to be redirect to a page. So it's confusing how it says redirect here and page, but basically you want the confirmation to send to a page, and I've already set up a thank you page, a landing page for this form for the generic consultation. So once someone hits submit, it'll take them to this page, and that's where our conversion tracking is set up. So that's what you want to do there, is make sure it's not just displaying text, because it's important to send them to a thank you page so that you can track that conversion and where the visitor went before and after submitting that form. So that's good there. And so you can save that if you're updating it. And then finally, you want to make sure to address the notifications. So I've got a notification going to the lead attorney at this law firm. And so you can see there's a few settings in here that you want to update. So the send to email, you want to make sure that that's accurate and test the form, make sure it's going to them and that they're getting it. The from name, you can, usually I do this by it's clearing it out, and it'll often start with admin email, and then we want to use the first name space last name from what the person typed in the form, so it's coming from them. And then from the from email that gets sent, hey, someone filled out a form, we want it to be from that person as well, so that the attorney or business owner or sales or marketing person can just simply reply to that email. And so we want to make sure the reply to email is also the same there. If you want to add VCCs, you can do that. You can change the subject line to say, hey, this is a website lead from one of our landing pages, from whatever you want, which is kind of what it'll say here, new submission from this landing page. And then it just will list all the forms or all the fields that the person filled out. So if that's good, you can just click update notification. And that's it. And so then if we go back to forms editors, I need to create 3 more forms. And so to do that, now that I've set the general settings in the first one, Gravity Forms has this cool feature where you can just duplicate this form. So if I click duplicate, it will give me a copy, and so I can go ahead and start working on this one and renaming it. So I'd come into here to form settings, and then it's consultation, but I kind of want to adjust this and do the family law, so adoption consultation, and then go ahead and update that. And you can see now if I go back to forms, we have adoption consultation and consultation. The only other thing you're going to need to update on this is is the thank you page, and so that's for the confirmation. So hey, we got your form submission, and you can see it's still going to the consultation thank you page. If you have one thank you page for all your landing pages, that would be okay, but in the case of what I recommend here is that you have customized thank you pages based on the service that they are are requesting. So I'm not going to update that quite yet right now, but that's just one thing to be aware of, is that would be the other thing that you need to update. But as far as the notifications and the other form settings, those should have carried over when you duplicated it. So that's it. That's how you create forms in Gravity Forms to be used in the other steps of this process. So thanks for listening, and good luck with it.